Hi, this is Yamino Senshi,
And this is Phoenix.
and welcome back to Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. Today we're going to be exploring Toad Square. We'll be exploding other things. This is our hub area for Inside Bowser. It's where all the other little toadies ended up. Really not much here yet, though. Handful of shops we'll take a look at and then be on our way to explore the rest of Bowser's gut.
I'm not sure if you really want to be paying for stuff that they've scavenged from inside Bowser.
Well, I'm assuming he went on some sort of vacuum rampage around the Mushroom Kingdom before he made it to the castle. I don't know. Maybe he stopped by and sucked up the Mushroom Kingdom equivalent of Macy's.
You can get a whole bunch of soggy equipment.
Soggy designer pants. I mean, come on. And a nice dress for Luigi. So he can finally look like the bitch he is. So this is just the item shop. We'll pretty much never need anything out of here. Items are so prevalent between boxes and drops that they'll be swimming in mushrooms.
What I noticed on the other shop, and it's probably the same on this one, is when you go into the actual shop, you get like a frontal view of it, which is actually a frontal view of the same thing you're seeing from the side there, which is pretty neat.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, this is the equipment shop. This will actually be useful. At the moment, we can only equip one thing. In this case, overalls.
Picnic wear.
Better than what I had.
Gonna have a nice little picnic in Bowser's stomach.
And here's the thing. There's really nothing here. There's other kinds of equipment. Like I also had socks for sale. But they don't offer any defend, so we'll save those till later when we have more equipment slots.
You're not experienced enough for socks.
Nope, we are rank mushroom. Bowser's funny bone, if you're paying attention, is located in his liver. It's about 2 screens wide, but Starlo still feels the need to scout ahead for us.
Found something
There's something here? Well, shit.
that you can probably see from where you're standing.
You might need to jump a little bit to see over that first block of nothing. Yes, stimulate it.
Whacking it with a hammer is stimulating.
Got Bowser up, and that's the important part.
So do it again!
I'm not sure that worked.
Third time's charm.
Starlo will be acting as our intestinal ambassador to Bowser in the overworld.
You'd think that if he can hear Starlo, then he'd be able to hear other people when they talk inside of him.
Well, you know how the helpful characters in these games are always really obnoxious? Yeah, Starlo's voice comes out at about 70 decibels.
Pierces straight through to his ears.
It's also like 3 octaves above middle C. The Mushroom Kingdom has been working on weaponizing it. Possibly some sort of crowd control.
Oh yeah, Bowser forgot he has eyes.
Yep. Dim, dank, very purple cave.
It must be dank with grape juice.
So, do you like tutorials?
Do I ever?
Well, you're gonna love this episode.
Okay.
Because they use more words than I thought possible to explain the simplest things. That's it. That's all the gameplay you get for now. Time for more talking.
I like how you went through that broken ship and, like, it's not even, like, another screen. It's just, you enter the ship and then immediately exit it.
Yeah, I think there'd be something really interesting in there.
Nope.
Yeah, piles of gold, swords, dead people. Eh.
It's too violent to show in a Nintendo game.
Yep. It was so bad Bowser actually threw up. This is one of the key mechanics of the game. We probably should not dismiss it. At any point now I can press X or Y or A and B to switch between Bowser and the Mario Brothers respectively. For now it's not important at all. We are neck deep in Bowser's tutorial dungeon, which if anything is worse than the previous one.
At least you get to punch shit.
There is punching. In fact, there is nothing but punching and talking.
You'll just have to punch the words.
If only I could.
Perpetually falling balls.
I assume there's some sort of return system at the bottom.
Probably.
Someone was trying to build a bowling alley and just really fucked it up.
It was the prototype for Sen's Fortress.
Alright, I'm glad we got out of the way. There is a law, every LP must mention Dark Souls.
You got to punch 3 things.
I know. Before talking again. Silly Bowser, didn't you see that the Y button's been crossed out this whole time?
His fourth wall senses weren't tingling.
And I see what you mean about the music skip there. I cut out that obnoxious transition that didn't serve any purpose. It was pretty much, go look at the bottom screen, and then nothing happens on the bottom screen.
Yep. So I did come to a pretty amusing conclusion, and that's that 90% of Bowser's lines fit really well if you say them as strong bad. He uses a lot of the same word abbreviations and stuff.
Well, the other 10% are what the player is feeling.
Yes.
But the railroading continues. Skype is playing an ad. Got Skype, what are you... I've got a Lysol ad coming from somewhere on my computer, and I don't know where. But I'm not going to let that stop me. Oh, there it is.
They're trying to tell Bowser something.
Maybe. While I was being distracted, we got some hot wings. Bowser is not about to eat puny little mushrooms for health.
He will eat them if they promise that he can destroy Mario with them, though.
Well, yes, he'll eat just about anything. I don't even clean up after my dog when I visit the Mushroom Kingdom anymore. I just tell Bowser the shit will help him defeat Mario and just gobbles it right up. But hey, we're back to talking.
But it's fallful, so
It is thoughtful.
he's become very ambitious in this one.
Yep. No more being second fiddle for him anymore. He is the main bad guy.
It was all part of his plan.
I'm a little shaky on the making Mushroom Kingdom people fat part of the plan.
That was just a side effect. We don't talk about that part.
He was working on the vacuum mushroom and just, well, this just makes people fat. Oh, well, maybe I can sell it. But hey, Bowser's Castle getting the shit kicked out of it, so that's good at least.
It's the only way that he's allowed to be a good guy.
Pretty much, yeah, it was the same in Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo.
Yep. Steal his castle, and suddenly he's willing to team up with Mario. Or at least recruit him into the Koopa Troop.
Yes.
Hey look, it's not Bowser.
Yep, it is the anti-Bowser.
Pig Bowser. Well, if you can't talk him down, guess you'll have to punch him.
I can try and punch him. Alright, you know, I'm a pro at this game, so I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, fuck.
Looks like you need more tutorials.
No! You get the tutorial even if you counter him. And this one is not skippable.
At least this one sort of frames it a little better.
Then Toadsworth going, "Hey Mario, I know you've been on literally 50 adventures, but I'm gonna assume you're a retarded child. Here's how you hit buttons."
It's like the start of Phantom Hourglass? Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, where they like make you do the tutorials even though it's the same Link from Wind Waker? Or something. It's one of those. It might be Spirit Tracks from Phantom Hourglass, one of the DS ones. They make you do the tutorials, and Link's like, but I no. And like the sword dude's just like, no, you have to do it, or I'm not giving you this sword and letting you off the tiny starter island.
We don't talk about Spirit Tracks.
That was the bad one.
I was considering playing through it and doing an LP of that one because I know no one else is going to try.
Legend of Zelda Train Simulator 20, whatever year it was released.
Train Wreck Simulator is more like it. So, Midbus kicked our ass and walked away, because he can attack from above and we cannot counter.
Even though they specifically were going to fight you to take you out of the picture.
Midbus is an honorable lizard pig thing.
Composite Bowser.
Yes. Same dartboard. Pig. Lizard. Alright, so now we've actually got gameplay. These are Chaboombas. They are the only enemy in this quote-unquote dungeon. And they have one attack. They charge at you.
And then get tired halfway through.
If they do the little panting thing first, yes. They will stop partway.
I wonder if these are like Goombas that they tested the blorb mushrooms on.
I think the obesity epidemic is just finally reaching all corners of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Maybe they are the blorb mushrooms.
Maybe someone should stop giving them candy.
Maybe Bowser should steal their candy.
And those lollipops are bigger than his head.
Not allowed to eat them.
Nope. Punch them into oblivion.
Bowser gets his one line as he enters battle.
Yep.
He does his best Solid Snake and Smash Bros. Impression.
Yes. I do love the early enemies in these games because they're not aggressive on the field, or at least not very aggressive. So you can take 4 or 5 times to line up your punch to get that first strike.
And you can kick those little bags aside and just get free money.
They are too small for Bowser to fight.
Where is he getting these drumsticks from? I don't even really remember many bird-like Mario enemies.
I was gonna say Birdo, but Birdo's not very bird-like.
Not really a bird. There's a couple in Mario 2, but that hardly count.
So we leveled up. The only difference in stats is Bowser has horn instead of mustache for his luck. But since he always fights by himself, it's probably best to give him a little bit of defense first.
Same basic principle as Stash, probably.
Do you like about 4 minutes of dialogue to discuss the most basic of concepts?
This part is pretty bad.
They could have done this in about a quarter of the time.
And who is even talking to him?
I don't know, it's mystical, magical voice from inside him, but not actually inside him, as we've come to know it.
I don't even remember if it's actually made clear at any point who this is.
It is. We do actually meet this person much, much later. I just left on that for a little bit.
He's going to teach him about incredibly long tutorials.
Yes. Oh look, it's one of those little orb things from Wind Waker, so I'd need to punch it and money will come out.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Either that or a black hole.
Also acceptable. It's the fast travel system. But we still got like 2 more minutes of this guy explaining it to us.
Just in case you're new to video games. Bowser does not appreciate going back to the start.
He doesn't even appreciate the tutorials either. At least we can sympathize with him. Makes him a better character. Can connect with the audience
He can sympathize with you.
as well. I promise this game gets more interesting after this point.
Yeah, well, you're pretty much done with tutorials, I think. At least the very basic ones of, this is how you fight.
This is how you get around. This is how you switch characters. This is why you can't skip 2/3 of the game. I know the feeling, Bowser.
We need to just take that screenshot and just put it up whenever there's too many words.
Maybe. I might save that one for later.
Could turn it into a nice little link that links to a further part of the video after the tutorial. Just click on too many words.
Ooh, that might actually be handy. But hey, we're done. Time to get railroaded some more.
They just give you all these choices of paths, and it's just like, no, can't go this way, can't go that way.
You cannot jump, you cannot deal with trees, you cannot deal with these weird spongy walls.
You can punch them, but nothing will happen.
When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Maybe you should get some flame breath. Then everything will look like flammable paper.
But we've made it out of the tutorial dungeon to the beach. Everyone likes the beach. Join us next time for more Mario and Luigi when we'll explore the beach and punch things.